just a bit outside.
And welcome to another episode of Just a Bit Outside. I'm your host, Steve Ely, and along with me, as always, my co-host, Wes Cook.
Another one.
Yes, sir, buddy. Yes, sir.
Episode 38.
We are moving down the road pretty quickly.
Yes, sir. Today we got some flag football activities down there in Orlando that we are checking out.
Yeah.
And in between quarters, they are doing skills competitions, so it's really cool. First one was... what do they call it? Move the chains?
Move the chains or something like
and
that.
had to pull a bunch of weight off the back of a wall and then pull the wall over,
10
yards, I think?
Yeah.
That was pretty sweet, man.
Dude, that's some big old boys moving a lot of weight, sir.
They were moving a lot of weight.
I mean,
They said, what was it?
2,000
pounds for the wall plus another 2,000 pounds of weight they pulled off of plates? Man, crazy.
But they managed. NFC won, which I guess we should be proud of that.
No, yeah, I'm pulling for the NFC here, although I'm tired of watching Geno Smith right now. Although he did just, there goes a touchdown pass for Geno Smith, so high five to him. I'm on St. Brown. I'm on dry.
Geno just needs you to talk smack about him.
Apparently. That's what I need to do going forward. I mean, St. Brown was wide the fuck open, too.
Yeah.
All right, then.
He's wide open all the time, sir.
So, this is now, we've entered the countdown to the Super Bowl.
Yes, sir, we have. And I am pretty stoked. I've already made arrangements to be off on Monday.
You and me both, man. I'm glad. I'm not working Super Bowl Monday.
No.
This is Black Monday.
I still don't understand. Why don't they play that thing on a Saturday night and be done with it?
I mean, it's not bad. I could take a day off for Monday. That gives me a long weekend. I'm actually off Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and Monday this week, so I'm not even mad about it.
Oh, me too.
I'm all set. Let's go.
Me too, bro. I'm with you on it.
Yeah, good.
Ooh.
So,
Metcalf with the 2-point conversion, or the single, or whatever it is they do.
Yeah, I think it's just one.
Whatever they do. Oh.
So, let's see. 49ers.
Yep.
And once again, the Chiefs again. Man, these are two teams I don't want to watch play in the Super Bowl.
Man, the Chiefs are just...
Their defense is crazy good right now.
Yeah.
That defense is scary to look at, and if there is an offense that's going to be able to break it down, I think they're going to be looking at it in the Super Bowl because a lot of weapons there. But we've talked about the recipe to beat Brock Purdy. Yeah. The recipe to beat Brock Purdy is to put pressure on him, make him uncomfortable in the pocket, and force the ball. When he does that, he makes mistakes and things go awry.
Well, they got very lucky last weekend against the Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that pass that should have been an interception that turned into a touchdown. I mean, that was a bad throw. That was a throw that he got away with.
Very, very fortunate. I mean, San Francisco cannot continue to keep skating by because that's all they've done is skate by. They were down 24-7 last week.
I know. I went out after we left here and watched the game.
Yeah, well, when I fell asleep on the couch at halftime because I was like, "Oh, this is over."
Yeah, didn't see that coming.
Did not see that coming.
Dan Campbell lived by the sword, died by the sword.
4th and 7. 4th and 7.
Yeah, I don't know about that one, brother.
That play was that is just a bad decision. I mean, of course, if he gets it, then everybody's praising him and saying, "Oh, this was fantastic, good move." But in all reality, no, it wasn't. It wasn't. It was a bad decision all around. Even the odds, when you go with the statistics and the analytics and everything, that's not a good move.
No, I get that, but at the same time, that guy never wavered, never changed.
No, he didn't.
He's like, this is who we are, and went with it. But every now and then, you got to think about it a little longer. I mean, difference between him and Brandon Staley is Detroit was able to win 10 games. Staley went for it on fourth down a lot.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
So
I was impressed with Purdy's poise in the second half, though.
Especially that last drive. That was done very well. He came in, he executed, and got the score when they needed it. It was
some of his scrambles
impressive.
Were fantastic. His play extending ability in the second half was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like there was a couple times he looked like he was dead for a couple of yard loss. Next thing you know, he then popped out and ran for like 10 yards. You're like, where?
How?
Yeah.
What happened?
Where did this come
what I
from?
expected. No.
Yeah. But they made it. They did well.
Yeah. Really was hoping for the Lions.
Kansas City's defense, though.
Yeah, we come back to that. I mean,
that was the one.
Baltimore got 10 points. Ugh.
They've said
that.
But
that's that Lamar Jackson too, though. Like playoff Lamar is not regular season Lamar.
I'm not going to blame it all on Lamar.
You can't blame it all on him.
He didn't play well.
He didn't.
But they didn't. They led the league in rushing, and I think they only ran the ball 15 or 16 times total. You know, Lamar, when he made plays on his feet, made big plays. I don't think they did enough of it. I think Lamar was trying to win the game from the pocket to say, hey, I can do this. Mm-hmm. And they were trying to pick. That's not who Lamar is.
Well, you can't. I mean, he tried to play hero ball a lot, and I think that was his downfall.
Yeah. Yeah. Very a la Josh Allen 2 weeks ago.
Yes. Tried to play the hero ball, and it just didn't work out. Just take what's there. Take what's given to you, and don't try to overdo it.
The best part about it was Kansas City also just saying, hey, I don't have to throw up 30 points.
Yeah.
We're just going to long extending drives, chew up a lot of clock, let our defense just do what they do. Which, after the first game of the season, I didn't see their defense going in the direction that they went. After Detroit dropped them at home, game one, it didn't look good for that defense.
No, but you saw also the wide receiver crew was awful for the most part of that year. Dropping footballs left and right, not able to catch it. I mean, they lost football games simply from that. I mean, you take the Eagles game, for instance. I mean, Valdez-Scantling had an open touchdown pass and just dropped it right through his hands. Yeah. I mean, that kind of stuff is what plagued them and made a lot of people start disbelieving in them.
Dude, I like the whole thing about Kadarius Toney this week coming out talking about how he wasn't hurt. And you're like, yeah, because you suck.
Yep. You're awful.
You're awful. That's why you didn't play.
Yeah. No one.
They can't trust you.
Yeah. Now you see Rice. He's blowing up, and that's what I thought would happen at the beginning of the year. I was like, that's the guy. He's going to be the guy.
Look for them in the offseason to look at one of these guys coming out of college.
Well, of course. I mean, they need a true number one. I mean, you can call Kelsey that, but.
Yeah, but I mean, he's 34.
Yeah, he's not going to be there for very much longer.
No.
That's for sure.
No. I mean, would it surprise you if they win and he retires? I mean, a tight end at 34?
I mean, he's still playing at a high
He's playing at a super
level.
high level, but at his age,
I don't know.
If he retired,
good friends with Mahomes. I see him coming back.
Well, I'm not saying he's going to. I'm just saying that possibilities.
Does he think about it? Maybe.
What if him?
Sure, why not? I mean, of course he could think about it. It just doesn't make sense to me when you're still playing at such a high level. like that's when you start thinking about taking a step back. He's top 3 tight end in the league.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe top 2.
Dude, he's probably still the number 1 tight end.
Between him, Kittle, you're looking at
well, you got young guys. Hawkinson
Ferguson,
plays well.
Yeah.
Ferguson, Laporta.
Yeah, Laporta looked good. I mean, you got Dallas Goedert. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of
There's
a lot of tight ends still out there that are good. But yeah, he's setting the bar still.
Yeah. But
he ain't gonna retire soon.
But I could see him and his brother going out together and then going into Canton at the same time too.
Possibility, but they also I don't see Jason retiring this year. I
think he's got one more?
I think he's gonna run it one more year.
Think it was just the emotion and stuff of the loss.
Well, I mean, just the way the season went down and everything. Yeah, Jason would be back.
That was we talked about this, but that was a god-awful way to go.
Oh, yeah. He doesn't want to go out that way. There's no way he was going to go out with that 1-6 record when we started 11-1. It's like, nah, that's not going to happen. He's going to come back and we're going to do this differently. He's going to go out on a note on his terms, basically.
We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yep.
There could be a lot going on with them, but we'll have to see. I'm just curious, dude.
So predictions for the Super Bowl. What do you got?
Man, what's the spread on it right now? I haven't even looked.
It is funny. I don't know if it should be out because this is one of probably the highest betting weekends of the year. What do you think? I'm going to say 3 without knowing it. I'm going to say Niners 3 or 2.5.
It's 2.5.
That's my guess. I mean, we're pulling it up. If it wants to pull up.
Let's see. Super Bowl weekend.
See all NFL.
Spread as of right now, ESPN bets. San Fran minus 1.5.
1.5. Okay. Smaller than I thought.
Over under 47.5. Damn. Lord. What did we miss? Did we miss 2 scores?
I just AFC beating the shit out of the NFC now.
Oh, Surtain must have just intercepted one and ran it back.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Man. I don't really care either way. To be honest, I'd almost rather the Chiefs win than San Fran.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm all on the KC train.
But at the same, was that a bad Geno Smith pass? That had to be. That wasn't even close to an NFC guy.
Another Geno Smith.
Yeah, look at this thing. Like legit, there was nobody even near him.
Ray Lewis over there.
Love me some Ray Lewis. Oh.
Yeah, they're not going to show it again.
They don't make them like that anymore, bro.
No, not at all.
They too, I don't know. It's just changed. Closest guy to him might be what, Warner?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, probably. So go ahead. What do you think? You said San Fran's a 1.5 point favorite?
Yep. San Fran's a 1.5 point favorite. I am going to go. I mean, Jesus, dude. I just trust
Kansas City. Give me Kansas City. That's what I want.
I just trust.
And I think that defense right now, the way it's playing at an elite level.
This could very easily be a 10, 13, 17, 14 game.
Very well, but I doubt it.
I mean, both teams' defenses are really good.
Mm-hmm. But you saw in the first half what Detroit did to that defense. And then, I mean, they made the correct adjustments at halftime. I mean,
Shanahan's seen both sides of that play out, so he knows. But, man, I just trust Kansas City more at the moment.
They've been there.
They've been there.
I mean,
They've done
the
it.
experience is a hell of a lot of. I mean, it means a hell of a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, San Francisco's window is definitely not closing anytime soon. They're just eventually going to run into cap issues.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's next year or the year after, but they're going to run into it.
Well, so this is Purdy's second year.
Yeah, quarterback, they're fine.
They'll have
Another
to,
year or two.
At the end of next year, you're probably going to have to try to re-up them or renegotiate that deal.
Yep.
Your cap, you're going to run into cap issues at the end of next year or the year after.
I mean, you got the highest paid running back.
Mm-hmm.
You got the highest paid offensive lineman.
Yeah.
I've got to imagine Bosa's one of the highest paid. He's the highest paid defensive end, right?
Yeah, he has to be up there.
I got to imagine Warner's got to be one of the highest paid linebackers, if not the highest paid linebacker.
You can't continue on. They're built to win now, and that's it.
Debo makes a pretty good chunk.
Yeah, he's good. Yeah, you got a roster that has a lot of talent, and when that happens, you gotta pay up. And
I think Ayuk's coming up soon too.
A lot, right? That's why you don't see a lot of back-to-back or just the sustained success from teams.
Yeah, but what you've seen with San Francisco is they're scouting and they're drafting.
It's done well. Yeah, that's why they are where they are. A lot of it's homegrown.
Other than trading up to get, a guy that they traded away.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
What, they get a third rounder for that?
yeah, something like that. When they
That's
gave
impressive in his own right.
When they gave up multiple picks. Well, they got a third rounder from Dallas. They do all kinds of dumb stuff like that. I'm just not, I'm not worried about Dallas either.
Oh no, that's going to be a failure next year too. I can't wait.
But I trust Andy Reid. I trust everything they've done. I just hope their receiving core, other than Kelsey and Rice, can show up. Pacheco's played really well for him.
Pacheco's played awesome.
So it's just one of those man, where'd they get him from? Is he a draft still too somewhere along the way?
Who, Pacheco?
Yeah.
He was second rounder last year.
I don't know.
Think so.
I'm just curious because
Fairly certain.
he has played phenomenal for them.
Yeah, he was in the 7th round of 2022. Impressive. He was a steal.
And he's been their bell cow.
Yes.
Clearly been what they've missed in that running game.
Oh, yeah. Which you thought it was going to be CEH, but
No.
he kind of fell off after that rookie year. And
He got hurt, too. He's been battling injuries.
yeah, no, that doesn't help with the cause by any means.
Well, in the NFL, your best ability is availability. And when you don't have it, come on, man. It is. Don't look at me like that. It's the truth.
So fucking stupid, stupid saying.
It's not, though. It's the truth.
Best availability, or best ability is availability. Oh.
Yeah.
So you tell me that about Geno Smith right now. Since he's available, that's the best part.
No, he's god awful. He
Give
is,
me Baker Mayfield by now.
how he is in the Pro Bowl.
Or throw Jalen Hurts back out there.
It's gotten to the point where the Pro Bowl is such a unfortunate.
Oh, it looks like Baker might be getting a shot now.
It's turned into a joke.
Well, it is. That's why they went to flag football, because no one's hitting anybody.
Well, no one's hitting anybody. No one wants to play in it. No one wants to.
But now they want to play because the flag football is cool.
Yeah, it's less injury.
Well, there's not a whole lot of injury opportunity here because people are relaxed and they're just having a good time. It's nothing crazy.
But I mean, but you still got guys that say no. I mean, Josh Allen's there not playing. You tell me he's not a Pro Bowl?
Man, Dak Prescott's not playing.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes it just doesn't line up with what they're doing in the offseason. But it also, maybe they just don't care about it. That's fine. I mean, you see veterans like Jason Kelsey out here. All he's doing is snapping the ball and then taking a knee.
Yep. He snaps and squats.
Yeah.
He's not even taking a knee. He's just sitting there squatting.
I mean, maybe that's part of it. It's a simple task, but he still gets to be present.
It's still awesome, though. Still awesome.
I would take part in it. It looks fun. But see, a lot of these guys also have been part of them before, and they're just like, I've had my fill. I don't need to do it anymore.
Yeah.
So, and maybe some other guys just enjoy it more than the other guys.
It's a free trip to Orlando. They've been
I know,
doing all
I get it.
kinds of
Sign me
stuff at Disney World and stuff this week. But yeah, no, I mean, our football season's running down. It's kind of making me depressed a little bit.
Yeah, it's sad, but now college basketball is going to ramp up.
It is.
You had the first big rivalry weekend in conference play yesterday.
Yeah. 3 top 10 matchups.
Yep. Carolina, Duke, Kentucky, and Tennessee, Kansas, and
Houston.
That's not really.
Yep. Like I told you about this earlier. I watched a lot of college basketball yesterday for the probably first time in a while. It was all day for me. Like I had a game all day long. I was impressed with what I saw from UConn yesterday.
Yeah, I mean,
defending
champs.
Well, they're number one too, but at the same time, like they were dealing with a feisty St. John's team. Mm-hmm. Which you're going to get that from Rick Pitino coach teams.
Always, even his first year in a spot, and that's what's you're going to get there.
Like I thought when they hired Chris Mullins and that was going to be the change for St. John's, I'd like, oh, they're going to get good.
That's what I thought. I thought you would have a difference, especially for a team that plays in New York.
Yeah, you would feel it. That would be like, why? It's like, why aren't
someone
they
wants to be
better?
Yeah, someone wants to be, and they used to be. At one time.
They were really good for a long time. When Louis Carnesecca was there, they were good for a long time.
Yeah.
But anyway, UConn and St. John's, they were battling back and forth to about 5-6 minute mark.
Yeah.
I turned away from the game for a minute, was doing something else. When I turned away, it was like a 2 or 3 point game. I came back, it was 15. And I'm just like, hey, what happened?
I mean, sometimes the talent just kind of, shines, and that's what happens. They take over.
I mean, St. John's, give them credit. They stayed in it for the majority of the game, but talent did take over, I think. I do feel like that Pitino will put them in the right direction. I think they'll be in a better place.
Oh, yeah.
A year from now, 2 years from now, I feel like they'll
just give him. I don't know how long that man's going to live.
I don't know.
It's like death walking, but
he does look. He's getting old, bro.
He is old.
He's getting old. He's
not there. Getting old. He is old.
I mean, he's
there, dude.
He's one of the last of that old guard, kind of that generation of coach.
I mean, UConn. I mean, you got a 13-point win on the road.
Yeah.
So, at an MSG, it's not bad.
See, that's another thing about St. John's. That's going to be their home games.
Yeah. See, that's what I don't get. Like, why not?
Like, you should. There is no kid that plays in New York in high school
that doesn't want to play.
That shouldn't want to go to St. John's and play in MSG. But at the same time, there's a lot of other schools that play in MSG a lot.
Yeah.
I'm sure Kentucky's had a few games there. I know North Carolina definitely has. I know Duke definitely has.
Everybody's played in MSG.
Yeah, all the big schools. Michigan State.
Yeah.
All these guys play there. What should have been.
Are they about to do the Madden?
Oh, I think they are.
The one-on-one Madden? Because I see Ocho Cinco and I see Madden. That's going to be fun.
What's Carissa Thompson doing on ESPN? She just re-up with ESPN or something? Or is it more of a Madden thing?
Well, this isn't even ESPN, is it?
That's where the Pro Bowl game was on, right?
I have no idea.
You know, Puka is throwing the Puka.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Michael Parsons probably bitching about everything. Oh, you got to play on teams too? Ooh.
That's C.D. Lamb and Micah Parsons?
Yeah. Oh, no. No, it's Pua, Nakua, and Micah Parsons. No. But Micah Parsons didn't have. Oh, maybe one player plays offense, the other plays defense.
I saw me and my boy used to do it.
Oh, wide open. Look at that.
It's Micah and Puka.
Yeah. They're on the same team because it's NFC and AFC.
Talking smash, too.
Yeah.
Look at that score.
Oh, look at that pick. Big boy run. Big boy run.
Oh, somebody's going to use
Oh, no.
Just swoop with Christian, bro.
So AFC won this. Is that what we're saying? I mean, we can keep commentating. It's pretty lame.
Yeah, it was pretty lame.
Yeah, but
I'm
they're
still
playing.
trying to. That had to be more of a Madden thing, not an ESPN thing.
Right.
That would be my assumption.
NFC got 3 points for that.
Man, the NFC is kicking their ass in all the skills competitions.
Except for this game.
Well,
Thanks, Geno Smith.
the game and
Flag football match. Yeah.
Justin Tucker, tic-tac-toe kicking.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
So
Anyway,
back to basketball and the rivalry games that we had yesterday. Carolina and Duke played for the first time yesterday.
oh, fantastic game.
Carolina pretty much handled them from the start. There wasn't much question about it. Carolina looked like the better team throughout.
Hubert made all the good adjustments.
It looked very good yesterday.
Yeah. I mean, Duke's not a bad team. Don't get me wrong.
No, I mean,
I
there's
don't
a reason
like
they were
saying
number
that.
7. Well, yeah,
But, they've got a lot of talent coming in next year, too.
right.
Scary. But Baycott, like, God, that dude is just old. I love him, but he's old.
Been there forever.
God,
I can't believe he hasn't gone to the league yet.
Making more money probably in the in college than he's going to make in the league, because everything, I've never seen him once projected as like a first-round draft pick, which is where all the guaranteed money comes in.
Mm-hmm.
And a second-round draft pick is not going to make what he's making probably off of NIL money,
Yeah.
to be honest. I saw a stat yesterday. He was third in double-doubles all time in the ACC. Only 11 behind the all-time leader, or 10 behind as of last night. Mr. Duncan is our leader at that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Not surprising.
No, not surprising at all. It was him, and then I believe it was like Ralph Sampson or somebody like that. From way back in the day, and Ralph pretty much had a double-double like every game. Yeah,
he averaged a double-double.
Yeah.
Speaking of double-double, Baycott did have 25 and 10.
Mm-hmm. When they showed that stat, he was a rebound short of 1, but he was 11 back at that point.
Gotcha.
So he has a shot to catch him. I think Baycott is like in the top 15 all time in rebounds in college.
Well, he started since day one, right?
Yeah, he's been around for a while too.
This is his 4th or 5th year.
Yeah, because I think it's his 5th year because he got the COVID year.
Yeah. So those stats are a little skewed.
Well, I mean, you got to think they called the COVID year and they still played a full season.
Almost.
I mean, the only thing that was missed was conference tournaments and the March Madness. So
NCAA tournament, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, even at best, you're looking at.
Well, no, they didn't play. In the next year, they didn't play non-conference games. They only played conference games, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Wait, that might have been different because they might have let that extend out a little more because it was a little further along for college before college started. Because I know with the college football they only did conference games.
Yeah, they did like 10 conference games.
Yeah, something
Oh,
weird. Like,
imagine
it
playing-
wasn't even 10 because
Yeah.
I think USC only played like 6 games or 7 games that year.
Really?
Yeah, it was.
Oh, because some games got canceled because people got Or tested positive.
Yeah.
And stuff. Yeah, that was, God, that what a shit show. I'm glad we don't live in that life anymore.
That was hard.
But yeah, Carolina looked good. You got about another month before you get the Carolina Duke matchup again.
In Cameron.
Yep. Kentucky failed to get a home win against their rival, against my favorite team to hate, Tennessee.
Yeah.
It just, this Kentucky team cannot play defense. It doesn't play defense. It's awful to watch. I mean, I don't have a whole lot of hair to pull out, but I mean, whatever's left, I'm pulling it out because I can't. It's on ball guarding for these guards. It just seems to be impossible. They let Ziegler yesterday, who is run of the mill, nothing special guard.
Yeah.
He's going to be doing landscaping or some bullshit, after college.
That's pretty nice, bro.
I mean, he's not going to be playing ball anywhere. They let this man go off for 26 and dish the rock 13 assists yesterday. Like, straight shit. And granted, we were without our starting point guard, DJ Wagner, yesterday, who is our best on-ball defender. So, letting Reed Shepherd guard the lead guard for any team right now is just the dumbest idea. He's awful. He leaves men open all over the place. And I love Reed because, his dad played for us back in the 90s. Yeah. He's just a legacy. But at the same time, and he's fantastic to watch on offense. The kid, offensively, very friggin' talented. But defense, good Lord. I think this team has no idea. They're already in the NBA, apparently, because they're not playing defense.
A lot of this younger generation struggle at defense. A lot. And I don't get it. That's why you see some of these guys in the NBA that you're like, where'd this guy come from? Because they're willing to play defense.
Yeah.
They're willing to do it and show it. And a lot of these young guys coming in, I feel like they just don't teach defense like they used to teach. Like, I don't think it's care. It's like 3-pointers or nothing. 3-pointers, highlight dunks. And
how to gritty when you do something cool, I guess.
Yeah.
It is really annoying, to be honest. But defense is important. I mean, because if you're going to be successful in the league too, you got to be able to play it because they do turn it up when it comes playoff time, late in the season when you need those wins, or when you get to the playoffs. That's what it's about, is defense. That you see what, like,
defense wins championships, buddy.
You see what good teams do, and they play defense, and they don't play it all in the NBA all year, but they do at times. It's just not, it's not always the same though.
You see glimpses.
Yeah,
throughout the regular
It's
season.
not a consistent thing they do.
You don't really see it step forward until the playoffs come
That's
around.
right.
And then that's when teams are like, oh, let's lock it down. Let's play it. Let's do it. I'm just surprised by some of that stuff. And I don't know. It irks me kind of, I guess.
Another skills competition here.
Dude, that looks like a scary one. They got to lift that heavy ass thing up.
AFC won that one. Tire lift and push or roll or whatever you want to call it.
Dude.
Damn, look at Lindstrom go, dude.
Dude, that's like a 300-pound tire.
I know.
And they just slinging it around like it ain't nothing. Aiden Hutchinson, high point. Got smoked by somebody.
Look at Kelsey. Motivating them. Push my ass. Come on. Look at Aiden Hutchinson. Yes! NFC wins.
Again. NFC's winning all the skills competitions.
Yeah. I mean, but...
Was that Penny Sewell and Kelsey and somebody else on the
But Kelsey did nothing. He was just riding.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, NFC needed that, though, man, because they're not playing well in this flag football game. And when they're adding up all these points together, it's important. Very important.
That's a lot of man meat pushing right there. Sewell and Worth.
Yeah, Worf's. Yeah,
Ooh.
dude, he's a beast. Man, this has been fun.
This has been entertaining.
Yeah, it's kept me intrigued for sure. Damn, you gotta hold it up and not get your ass locked up.
That's what I'm saying. That thing
That
fall
sucks.
on you.
Ooh.
Because it ain't like, because you see them like struggling with it a little bit.
Mm-hmm. So our other top 10 matchup yesterday was Houston and Kansas.
Ooh.
Is that you?
No, that's you, buddy.
Damn it. I got it.
I am completely muted over here. It's
Good for you. Good for you. Anyways, back to Houston and Kansas. Man, with Houston,
It's the newest conference rivalry.
yes, that's. I know it's not really a rivalry by any means. Like Kansas and Houston really haven't played that much together anyway.
Yeah, but it is going to be from this point forward or until somebody goes somewhere else.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. Like, the L's that Houston's taken are weird. Like, Iowa State and TCU. I mean, they were streaking before that. They didn't play anybody. Who they play? They have not. I don't think they played anybody in non-conference. Best non-conference team.
Who they play?
Utah? Xavier? Maybe? They did play A&M. That might have been it. And then they got into conference and played West Virginia. Man, they beat the shit out of Texas Tech.
Yeah, they did.
But yeah, they're
It was back-to-back losses. On back-to-back road losses to Iowa State and TCU, though.
I don't know, but it's come on, Houston. Like
Their 3 losses are all
they
on the
didn't
road.
play anybody. They didn't play anybody in the non-conference. Not buying into this hype of a 4, especially after Kansas came out and looked good yesterday and whooped them.
Well, when you shoot 70% from the field,
That's a fortunate day. That's a pretty fortunate day. That's like you can't miss. Yeah, it feels good when you get in those kind of rhythms.
well, we talked about that kind of stuff, and I was joking with my brother about it yesterday. He's like, "Oh yeah, they almost shot as good as Luka did last week when he put 76 up."
That's
And
right.
Like,
yeah.
I like, well, Luka
As
almost
a
scored.
team, they did that though.
Yeah, and they only outscored Luka by 2 points.
Damn, they did. That's funny. That's funny.
Anyway, NBA is a whole nother monster, but I liked what I saw yesterday in college.
There's just a lot of parity now with the transfer portal and how everything works, where kids can just get up and go and do whatever. It's made some of the smaller schools a little bit more competitive. You're finding those guys that are really good on a small team, but people are not sure if they can translate well to the next level. They get their shot though. They get to play for, those Georgia Techs that you love to talk about.
Oh, I hate Georgia Tech, bro.
Or Boston College.
They're like my
Or
least favorite team.
Ole Miss or Mississippi State. The LSUs of the world when we talk about basketball.
Yeah.
You talk about what, Rutgers or Indiana.
Yeah.
That was a joke, but I like it.
No, dude, you should like it. Hard times in Indiana.
I love it though.
Didn't they just hire somebody new too? It's their new coach.
It's Mike, what's his name? Come on, man. I knew this.
You should know this. It's one of your favorite schools to hate.
I do love to hate him. I hate Rick Barnes too, though.
Rick Barnes has done a good job everywhere. He's been,
Mike
bro.
Woodson.
Mike Woodson.
Yeah. What? Rick Barnes does an okay job everywhere he goes.
Done a good job everywhere he's gone.
Well, he's been to what? One Final Four?
Dude, it's not all about Final Four. He still keeps getting jobs. He still turns programs around. Programs are still good. He did good at Clemson. He did good at Texas.
Okay.
He's doing good at Tennessee.
What's he got to show for it? Bunch of Big 12 championships?
Hey, everybody can't win national chips, bro. They can't all be Kentuckies and Carolinas, bro.
I'm just saying, man.
I'm
like
ju-
if you
I'm
want to
with-
be, if
I'm
you're
just
going to tell me
saying.
somebody's successful, then tell me you're going to give me a national championship.
There's a
For as long as that man's been coaching, he hasn't won shit. He's been to one Final Four. That's my thing. Like if you
There's
told
a
me, let me
bunch-
tell me he's been there 5 or 6 times. Okay, that's a pretty good coach.
There's a bunch of good coaches out there that ain't won squat, brother. A bunch of them. A bunch of them.
Okay, tell me a guy that's regarded like Rick Barnes is regarded with the same type of success.
Shaka Smart.
Shaka Smart's not regarded as Rick Barnes.
Just successful everywhere he goes. He's still getting good job after good job after good job.
No, he didn't. He basically lost the Texas job because he was failing there and had to settle for Marquette.
And I believe Marquette's a top 10 program right now.
Yeah, they are. It's a better spot for him. It's not a big spotlight, not a whole lot of expectation or whatever, like VCU was.
Well,
But here's my thing: so you think people look at Rick Barnes and Shaka Smart as the same type of coach? No,
the guy at Auburn.
People. Oh, Bruce Pearl.
Bruce Pearl. Good coach. Ain't one
That's
dick.
probably that's way better comparison than Shaka Smart.
Okay.
But I don't think of Bruce Pearl as the same. Like I don't look at it as like the same level of like people look at Rick Barnes.
I'm just saying they're not bad.
I look
coaches.
at Bruce Pearl as a dirty cheater for the most part.
They're all dirty cheaters.
Well,
bro.
I know that. I get it. But Bruce Pearl's just the dirty, sweaty one. I mean, and he's real sweaty. You can tell he's sweaty. He's always showing he's sweaty. I do love his enthusiasm. I love how much he cares about the game and just how passionate that guy is on the sideline. Like, if he hadn't been so shady beforehand, like, might not have been like a bad move to see him like in Kentucky because I know he could be successful there.
Oh, he could
And
be
I
very
love,
successful
well,
there.
his personality fits in for what people want out of that team.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, but I don't know, man.
I'm just saying it's that same. There's a lot of coaches that coach a long time and don't win anything.
Okay, you named one.
I mean, you take LaMelo or not? You take Melo off of Syracuse the 1 year. Boeheim's only won the one, and he'd only been to what 2 Final Fours, 3 Final Fours at most before that.
That's probably a good one. But I mean,
there's guys out there that do it, man. They coach a long time.
it doesn't matter. He did it. He had 5 Final Four appearances.
Okay, that's not terrible. But how far in between were these 5 Final Fours?
87, 96, 03, 13, and 16.
Okay.
So, yeah, they're spread out over 30 years. Yeah. Okay. But still, like, I mean, at least he's been there that many times. Rick Barnes has been to 1 Final Four. It wasn't even Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant didn't do shit with him.
He had 165-pound Kevin Durant.
The 2003, that was Kevin Durant, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
No, 2003 is a long time ago.
No.
KD came way after that.
Yeah, 2003 was, they have then. Texas had some players back then. See, now I want it. Now
He's only won 4 conference titles and 2 conference tournament championships.
Let's look at this.
I'm just saying, Rick Barnes is overrated as fuck, man. Overrated. Cool. I compile a bunch of regular season wins and stats and stuff, but when it comes to postseason and winning, things of meaning, like a conference championship or a conference tourney championship or, getting beyond the Elite Eight and hitting the Final Four.
I don't want wins without a champion. That's not what I'm looking for.
That's a good one, though. You'll probably find what you're looking for.
What, tournament wins?
No, not tournament wins.
Tournament wins of teams who have never been to a championship.
And just look up most overrated college coach. Rick Barnes is on top of that list, dude.
Let's see.
Who would you? I mean, you can't think of anybody else that would be.
There's got to be more than that. All right.
But they just did it again. NFC's really.
I got one. Bob Huggins.
Chuggins. Well, I mean, my man was drunk all the time, but Chuggins is that. Now that's probably an overrated guy. Yeah,
Has 935 wins.
yeah, and has not done shit. What he's been to one Final Four.
One Final Four.
Yeah, it was
They
Cincinnati,
actually-
right?
They probably.
Oh no, it was West Virginia in 2009.
They probably would have won the championship the year that Kenyon Martin broke his leg.
Yep.
The
I
Nick Van
remember that.
Exel
Oh,
team.
yeah.
That team was really good.
It was awesome. Now, I remember I felt so bad for him when I watched Kenyon Martin break his leg. I was like, dude. But no, Bob Chuggins is a good one.
Let's see who's else is on this list. They won.
Chuggins and Rick Barnes are in a category on their own.
Rolly Massimino.
He
But
does.
I think he won
he
some
does,
though.
He's won some. He's been to a couple Final Fours, right?
Yeah, well, I think Rolly actually won some, didn't he? Wasn't he the coach at Villanova?
Yes,
they
the
beat-
first one. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's a long time ago. This is just wins.
Yeah,
This
he
doesn't
was the
have-
first. He was the yeah. Rolly Massimino's good though. Yeah, because he did win a title.
Trying to see who else is on this list. Lefty Drizel, Maryland's old coach, back in the 80s.
Don't even recall that name.
He has 786 wins. I remember he was Lynn Bias's coach.
Okay, gotcha. Who was the guy that was there after him at Maryland? Damn.
Oh God, he was there for a while.
Gary
Williams.
Gary Williams. Yep. Yeah, he won a title.
Gary Williams did. Maryland had a stretch of about 5 years.
5 to 6
Maryland were
years. Was good.
nasty.
They were good.
Yes, they were. John Chaney.
But he wasn't ever like at a he was nowhere but Temple.
Yeah, but I mean, he won a lot of games at Temple.
Okay, but he that was just he was a Philly guy. That was it. Like everybody knew like Temple.
Calvin
And
Sampson.
Kelvin Sampson.
Yep.
The Houston coach.
Yep.
I mean, he's a cheater. He went to Indiana and got caught cheating.
That's the whole thing. All these guys were cheaters. Everybody on the list, they've all cheated one way or another. Every
I'm sure they
coach on
have.
this list.
I'm sure they have at some point, but like,
Tell me how UCLA got all those guys in the 60s that keep coming there. Don't tell me
we
it
knew
was
that
just.
we knew that was bullshit though. But
Oh, Gary Williams, by the way, is 43rd in wins.
yeah, he only had a good stretch for about 5 to 6 years.
No, he had good years. He was there, but there was a 5 or 6 year stretch where Maryland was a top 10 program.
Oh no, you circled that game on Carolina guys circled that one on the schedule.
Yeah. Well, actually, the games I enjoyed more than the Carolina Maryland games back then were the Duke Maryland games.
Those were really good.
What about the year they met 4 times when they
Yes.
met in the ACC tournament and then turned around and played in the Final Four?
Yes.
The year I think Maryland won it.
That was that year. God, because Maryland fans hate Duke so much during that span, at least. Because like the chance they would have during games, JJ Redick played then, didn't he?
Yep.
Oh,
I think so.
Man, that was filthy. Yeah, because I think they gave JJ Redick the hardest of times. But yeah, those teams were.
By the way, Bruce Pearl has.
Ooh, that's a heavy. Bruce Pearl's what, like 100?
Had almost 150 less wins than Rick Barnes.
They haven't been coaching as long as each other has, though.
Yeah, Rick Barnes been coaching for 36 years.
Yeah, exactly. And Bruce Pearl's been a head coach for 25,
No, I don't think
if that.
No, that's longer than that.
Well, he was at what? Wisconsin, Green Bay.
28.
Yeah, he's at Wisconsin, Green Bay for a while.
Guys on this list that kept getting good jobs. Here's one. This is a good one for you. Tubby Smith.
Hey, he won one.
He did win one.
Yeah, with Rick Pitino's players. But he did win one.
He did win one.
And I will say he never got back to the Final Four.
What about Norm Sloan?
Ooh, yeah, that's a good one.
I got a really good one. Arkansas's coach from the 90s.
Nolan Richardson?
Yes.
He won one.
Did he win one?
Yeah, 95?
94.
94.
It was 94. It was the
Carolina.
they beat Duke in the championship game.
Yeah, it was Duke.
Grant,
That's right.
It was Grant Hill. It was the third championship game for Grant Hill.
Fuck Grant Hill, man.
Was it third?
Had to be.
Yeah, because they won back-to-back with
They
Duke.
won 91-92.
And then Carolina won in
93 and 94
Arkansas
Arkansas won. Yeah, so that would have been Grant Hill's fourth.
Yeah, that was in Charlotte.
Oh, that one was?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yep, because President Clinton was there.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
I'm just looking at this list. There's guys on this list that have been around a while. Leonard Hamilton.
Yeah, Leonard Hamilton, yeah. But you don't regard him as Rick Barnes.
He's been around 35 years.
Yeah, I know. He was an assistant coach for Rick Pitino back in the day.
Steve Alford was on that list too.
No, but you don't regard them as Rick Barnes. Rick Barnes gets all this love like he's one of the greatest coaches of all time, and he's not.
I didn't say he's one of the greatest of all time.
I'm
saying
telling you
he's
what
just
the
a
media.
good
I'm just
coach.
telling you what the media portrays him as, and he's not. So he's a good coach. Okay, that's fine. I'll call him a good coach.
No one was arguing that. You're just mad he's at Tennessee. If he was anywhere else but Tennessee, you would.
I know.
Yeah,
I would still think of him as overrated as fuck. He's definitely overrated. Come on, he's overrated.
Maybe a little. I like him though. I still think he's very.
I
good
do not
coach.
like him. Fuck Rick Barnes, dude.
That's your Tennessee hate coming out right there. That's all that is. That's all.
Did he go
that
to
is.
school there? I think that's his alma mater. I'm 99% sure that's Rick Barnes' alma mater.
I don't know. I want to see this side list because it's not showing.
So the hate is very real.
The hate is very real. I get you, bro. I get you.
Yeah, fuck Rick Barnes, though.
Oh, well, look, I want to know now just because I don't think that's his alma mater.
I'm pretty sure it is. That's the reason he took the job.
He took the job because they offered him a lot of money.
Well, that too.
That dude was born in Hickory.
Yeah, he's from North Carolina.
Wow. Let's see. Where did he go to school at? No, bro. Dude graduated from Lenore Ryan.
Oh, okay. So he went to school in Hickory.
Yeah.
That's where Lenore Ryan is.
God, dude, the stuff that we go down the rabbit hole over. He was an assistant for a dude named Whip Sanderson at Alabama.
Whip. Yeah.
What the hell? These guys' names, bro. Because I remember Rick when Rick was a coach at Clemson back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
He was the guy that was there when they had Dell Davis and Eldon Campbell. Like you talked about, oh, well, he never really won any champion. Dude, he made Clemson a relevant team, you know, a solid third at one point behind Carolina and Duke in the ACC.
Mm-hmm.
Like they were making the tournament every year. I mean, everybody gets bounced out early. We all have early exits we don't want to like.
Oh, for sure.
You know, we don't get early bounces like Virginia does. Oh, that's a guy at one time who was semi underrated. Not their coach now, but God, he was Virginia's coach for a while, and I think he's actually Davidson's athletic director now, or was at one point in time. I'm not going down that one though.
See, he went to the Sweet 16 with Clemson in 96-97.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet 16 in 01-02 with Texas. Made a Final Four in 03. Sweet 16 the year after.
He had Clemson in 96, 97, ranked number 2 in the AP poll at one time.
Yeah. They ended up finishing 4th in their conference, though.
Hey, man, it happens. Again, that's Carolina Duke country, bro. It's weird when somebody else outside of them wins the championship.
All right, check it. He's been to 2 Sweet 16s with Tennessee.
Okay.
That's it.
How long has he been at Tennessee?
This is his 9th year.
How many non-tournament appearances? Tournament appearances every year?
2 years. The first 2 years he did not make the tournament.
The 2 years that he came in after Pearl and Pearl had him on St.
Now, it was Conzo Martin when he left and went to California.
Okay.
Yeah, Pearl was going to walk way before he got there.
Okay.
But at Tennessee, round of 32, Sweet 16. Then you had the COVID year where it was canceled. Round of 64, round of 32, and then last year they made the Sweet 16.
Who are they losing to, though?
And it doesn't even matter.
It does matter.
Does it?
I mean, if they make it Sweet 16, what's their seeding? Who are they losing to? You know, if they're getting bounced in the first round by,
They were a 4 seed last year.
Okay.
They got bounced in the Sweet 16.
Four seed, that's where a 4 seed should get bounced.
Yeah, I guess if you go 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah. And who'd they lose to?
It doesn't. I don't know. I didn't.
I don't know. Last year you can't really count last year. There was a
lot of parity.
There was a lot of parity last year.
It doesn't even matter though. Here's my thing.
You had 2 double-digit seeds make the Final Four last year?
When he was with Texas, he only missed the tournament 1 year. Yeah. But check it. Round of 64, round of 32, round of 64, Sweet 16, Final Four, Sweet 16, then 64, Elite 8, 32, Elite 8, 32, 64, 32, 64, CBI, not even the NIT. Round of 32, round of 64.
I can't even say anything about that kind of stuff because
like we got here and we're not making it past the first weekend more than 50% of the time. Fuck Rick Barnes, dude. He sucks. That's not acceptable. That's not acceptable when you want to be called a, Hall of Fame coach. It's not.
It's not acceptable for me and you.
It's not acceptable to be called a Hall of Fame coach with this resume. It's trash. It's awful. Fuck Rick Barnes.
There are tons of Hall of Fame coaches and I ain't won shit. Tons. They all can't win them.
Who's in the Hall of Fame that has won shit? Juggins ain't in the Hall of Fame?
Rick Majerus.
My man at least made it to the Final Four.
Once?
Like 2 or 3 years in a row.
No.
Yeah.
Utah did not go to the Final Four 3 years in a row. They
might
have went twice.
Kentucky used to bounce them every year.
They might have went twice. They didn't go because there was a stretch where Utah.
I said 2 or 3 times in a row.
But he didn't win shit.
Hold on. Did Rick Majerus make the Hall of Fame though?
I gotta think he did.
I don't think he did.
They didn't let the dead guy in?
I mean, he overate himself. God, he was at Utah from 89 to 04.
That's not even that long. Where was he at before Utah?
Marquette. Is that right?
Okay. All right. Maybe I'm overrating.
No, Ball State.
Maybe I'm overrating him.
You definitely are. So he was a Marquette assistant, then became the Marquette head coach from 83 to 86. Had a short stint as an assistant with the Milwaukee Bucks from 86 to 87. Then 87 to 89, he was at Ball State, moved on to Utah in 89 and was there till 2004.
He must have did a good job.
Took a few years off after the Utah stuff because I think it was health issues.
Yeah, he had health issues.
And then he was at St. Louis from 07 to 12, and then he passed away that year. I think he passed away during the basketball season, if I'm not mistaken.
I want to think when he was at St. Louis, that's when, what was that, Conference USA? At that time?
Yeah, I think so.
There was a stretch where Conference USA had a list of coaches that were just fantastic, that had, I don't want to say flameouts, but they had issues at bigger universities. And these smaller schools just said, yeah, you can come here. We'll take you. We don't care. Like the guy that was at Iowa State that got caught drinking at the frat party.
Mm-hmm.
That guy. That guy was a good coach. I don't know where he's at. I'm willing to bet he's still coaching somewhere, though.
Oh, no, they only made the one Final Four, and they were runners-up, though. They were runner-up, though. They lost to Kentucky in 98. But, look, Sweet 16,
Okay.
NIT third place. Round of 32, didn't make the tournament.
Ooh, NIT third place.
Yeah. I'm just telling you what it's reading out. Round of 32,
At that
Sweet
point,
16.
it was, woo, we're number 65.
Well,
no,
Sweet,
66.
Sweet 16, Elite 8, runner-up, round of 32. Round of 32, round of 64, round of 32. And then he left Utah. Why didn't they even play in the title? Or did he quit in the middle of the year somewhere? Oh, he retired for health concerns. Yeah, so he was 15-5 when he left Utah, so they didn't count what he did there. And then he had health concerns in 01 where he didn't coach out the end of that year. He was awful at St. Louis, though, so I will say that.
It's St. Louis, man. What do you expect?
Yeah. But, yeah, he's not in the Hall of Fame. He's a 5-time WAC Coach of the Year and was the MAC Coach of the Year once. Oh, no, he is in the Hall of Fame. You're right. In 2019, it's probably because he died.
How many wins did he have, though?
Oh, man, dude, I'm just close the window. I'm not even bothering with it anymore. It's Rick Majerus, for God's sake, dude. I don't care.
Yeah, but that goes back to the argument. There's plenty of coaches out there
There's not plenty.
that are good coaches that don't win.
He got the death pass.
What about Steve
got
Alford?
He's not good. I don't even think he's a good coach.
He just took terrible. I think he took bad jobs. He should have just stayed at Iowa.
I mean, what? He went to UCLA.
Yep.
That was stupid.
I'd have never went. That is a job I do not want.
That's where you go to die as a coach.
Yeah, because they are what UCLA is.
They're overstimulated out there.
They're what UCLA is. They're an old school blue blood.
Mm-hmm.
That, like Carolina, like Kentucky, they expect wins.
Yeah.
And if you don't give it to them, you're gone. You get like 3 years at UCLA, and if you don't make a Final Four or a Sweet 16, you're history.
Yeah.
I mean,
but what do you expect? How's that going to happen?
You got to give them time. I'm a firm believer you got to give them. I think in college basketball it's a little different than football. I think basketball you get 3 years. 3 years.
I'd
really
say
and truthfully, you should
get 4.
get 2 years.
You should get 4 because you need to be able to recruit. You need to build a culture, and you need to sell the program. You need to sell your style and what you're doing, but then you need to sell, what you've built.
Yeah,
because you got to be able to build it first. Then you got to be able to show people, look, this is what I've done. This is what I've got kids buying into. Now, do you want to be part of this?
Yeah, but basketball is one of those. It's the only sport where you can have one guy come in,
but
change the culture of your team.
Well, sure.
I mean, it only takes one guy.
Yeah.
I mean, this is probably a bad example, but because of who it is. But Kevin Durant going to Texas for the 1 year. Greg Oden going to Ohio State for the 1 year.
Yeah.
I mean, it only takes one guy to change a team around in college.
I mean,
I'm not saying you can win a championship with that one guy, but you can take a team that's a 500 team and you add this one player in it and you can make the tournament.
They'll be better, yeah. Then you have what's the who am I thinking of? Russ when he went to UCLA.
Yeah, exactly. Russ has been playing his ass off, by the way, coming off the bench.
He has.
I think that's been like the best move he has made.
But he needed to, because he's not the same guy.
Yeah, but at the same time, fucking dude, I don't think he can play. Like, I think once they made the move to get like Harden, and he said, "Hey, look, I want to come off the bench." That means, hey, I don't want to be on the court with this guy.
Oh yeah, no, let me spell Harden because he's just gonna fucking take the air out of the ball.
Yeah, dude, that team's not going to win a championship either.
Hell no,
they ain't going to win a chip either.
No, they're not.
And the worst part about it, you know who I feel worse? I feel the worst for Russ, and I feel bad for Paul George. Why am I joining? Man, why am I backwards today, dude?
You are.
I'm all over the place.
Paul George doesn't deserve that for sure.
I saw an interview with him the other day.
I can't believe he didn't want to get out of there. I'm like, man, you know what? This is about to be a shit show. You knew when Harden walked in that door, it was going to be a shit show.
And in a year, Harden will be blaming everybody but himself.
Well, yeah, we
come
know
to
expect that.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it wasn't my fault. I was out there balling.
I'm tired of these LA strip clubs. It's time to go somewhere else.
Yeah, exactly.
I done been to Houston. I done been to Philly. I've been to New York. Now I'm in LA. What's next? Ooh, let's go to Atlanta.
Yeah.
Let's go to Atlanta.
I'm surprised he hasn't gone there yet.
I don't know, man. That guy just the talent is there.
Yeah.
I don't think the drive is there.
No, it's not.
Like, he has all the physical tools to be a good defender, or had at one point in time. He's an older player now. But he had him, and he just never used them. I don't get that. What you looking up?
No, I'm just saying, we're talking about Harden and his mess and whatnot, where he's going to end up next year and be the reason. Here's another thing that was mind-boggling when you said it earlier. How is Doc Rivers coaching the All-Star game?
I don't get it.
That's some straight bullshit.
What's sad? Doc Rivers would have been the last guy I would have hired if I was the Bucks.
Well, yeah, I know, but I think they were kind of in a bind. So here's the thing. The Celtics are 4 games ahead in the East. Why is it not, what's his name?
What is their coach's name? You know who
I can't think of his name. Hold on, I'll get it for us. Don't worry. Eventually. Sometime tomorrow.
You know what
today.
coach I like that's in the NBA right now? I love what's his name? He coaches at Houston. He was Boston's old coach. Indoku, or you know who I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
I love that guy just because he gets under LeBron's skin.
He does. It is kind of funny.
Like the game he got thrown out, and he called him soft.
Yeah.
Called him soft and got through out of the game.
But yeah, it's Joe Mazzulla. Mm-hmm.
You know who the guy is?
Yeah.
The guy is Brad Stevens. That guy literally.
Speaking of Chuggins, Mazzulla played for him.
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
But Stevens takes
saying?
Butler to 2 Final Fours.
Mm-hmm.
Ends up with the Boston head coaching job.
Oh, yeah.
And then, like, 5-6 years later, is freaking their general manager, front office, vice president. Who saw that coming?
Usually, yeah, when you get a coach to be a coach, and that just kind of, he's like, this is it. This is where I'm at, you know?
He's done it at every level. That's what's crazy. It's just boom, 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 boom. Because there was talk at one point in time that, like, Duke had him on their radar as, like, Coach K's replacement.
Well, yeah, Kentucky's been talked about as having.
Dude, everybody had him on their radar.
Like, I think he's that phone call like the big schools make.
Yeah, I think you still have to make it. I bet
you Carolina made that phone call. When Roy left, they were like, hey, just put it out there.
Just call him.
Any interest here?
We'll see what he says. Yeah. But, you know, Carolina and Michigan, we have that same flaw. We want the Carolina guy.
Because they want everybody to keep up with the cheating and make sure no one learns about shit.
No, well, now it doesn't matter.
Well, I mean, what Carolina did does kind of matter. You can't let your kids not go to class.
Hey, man, they didn't just let athletes go. They let everybody go to this class.
You realize 90% of the people that were enrolled in these classes were student athletes.
Oh, I just took those classes too?
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
What classes are Rashad McCann's taking? I'm taking all those classes. That's the classes I'm taking.
Like Julius Peppers, for instance. Did you read one of his book reports or a history report? I can't remember what it was. It was like 2 sentences long.
I wouldn't care. This book was good.
Exactly. This is how it sounded. I thought it was cool that she decided to leave him and run away and start her own life.
It was better than any Dexter Manley book reported.
Yeah, he's like, I can count the potato.
This book was gooder. This book was gooder than the last book I read. I read it.
It's like our kids would write a better report than Julius Peppers did.
Yep, Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Gonna be a first ballot Hall of Famer
you're
too.
Gifted to be a big motherfucker. You don't have to do the schoolwork.
He was only a 3-star prospect coming out of high school. He did the work on the football side. On the football side
and basketball.
Yeah, he did.
He was pretty good at basketball too.
He was okay. He was definitely a way better football player.
Holy shit, they call false starts in this?
That's the one Ray Lewis got caught. They got him on one earlier where the dude faked the blitz and then the other guy came. They called it a defensive false start.
Oh. Peyton's losing again. He's not happy.
Peyton should be used to it. He's always lost in big games.
He won twice.
His defense carried him in one of them.
Oh, yeah, I know. But he carried him in the other one.
Yeah, but
that Colts Super Bowl was all Peyton Manning.
No, the one they played they beat fucking Chicago with Rex Grossman.
Granted, the game prior, the AFC Championship was basically the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah. I'll give you that. But then they got smoked by Sean Payton and Drew Brees in that one.
Oh, that was awful. Oh,
especially when they came out and faked that kick at the beginning of the third quarter. Faked the kick and kicked the onside and got it. Ooh, that changed the entire game.
Mm-hmm. Right at halftime. That was smart, though.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Yeah.
So, NBA is going to heat up. College basketball is heating up.
Yeah.
Man, we are 9 days away from pitchers and catchers reporting for spring trading. Very excited. We've got a lot going on, man. After the Super Bowl, I know it's just going to die down. What we do in terms of our forte will be not talked about as much, but we can get into other stuff.
Oh, dude,
college basketball is going to be great.
Like I said, I'm already all into college basketball. Like I started yesterday. I watched a few Carolina games here and there. You know, real life gets in the way a lot of times. So.
I've watched all the Kentucky games except maybe like 2. And, I mean, we started off on a heater, looked good. Things were changing about the offense. We were able to we beat the shit out of some teams. So it was nice. Hadn't seen it in a few years. But now look at us. It's like, oh, God, awful. So.
Well, the rest of the SEC, like there was a point in time.
Well, no,
not distant past where it was pretty much Kentucky and Florida, and that was it in the SEC.
Yeah, no, you talk about all the other football schools; they just didn't really invest in it. But now look at them.
Yeah.
You know? But they're realizing you don't have to invest a whole lot of money to be good in basketball either.
No, you do not.
Yeah.
No. What you do is you let your football programs develop, like get all this money in for these facilities, and then you're like, oh yeah, go ahead, basketball players, you can go use this stuff too. I mean, it's just what it is.
But Kentucky is one of those few schools that their basketball program supports itself.
Oh yeah, Kentucky, Carolina, Duke.
I don't know if Duke does.
They have to. Well, their arena is super small,
right? And they don't sell the amount of merchandise that Carolina or Kentucky does. I'm actually pretty sure that is one of the programs that does not support it. Or the majority of them don't. There's a slim number of them. Louisville is one of them. They support themselves.
Louisville, Kentucky, Carolina,
Kansas is one of them.
Kansas.
I want to say Michigan State.
I want to.
And there was one that stood out, and you were like, we looked at this list. It wasn't too long ago, but we looked at it, and it was like, oh, wow, that's crazy.
A football school where the basketball team supports itself. Wouldn't surprise me if like Texas did.
I don't know.
UCLA maybe?
No, it's not ringing a bell.
I feel like it's another East Coast team.
Yeah, I think so too.
Syracuse?
Yeah, see, that was my guess, but it didn't ring a bell. There's one that'll ring a bell if I hear it, but yeah.
Well, I can't name all like 300 and some divisions.
Well, I know. Like, because I was thinking it was Ohio State, and I was like, no, it's not.
No, it's not Ohio State. It's I don't think it's a Midwest school.
No.
Vandy?
No, it's definitely not Vandy. I don't think Vandy's football program supports itself. The SEC supports Vandy. They bring up the GPAs. This is what
That's
we
the
got.
that's the only reason Vandy's in that conference.
Yes, exactly. And they're in Nashville, so people like going to Nashville.
We need Vandy in the conference to compensate for LSU's academic conditions.
Exactly. Them in Alabama.
Dude, I saw something one time where it was like somebody was joking about like LSU's like admission standards, that it was like easier to get into DeVry Institute than it was to get in. It was easier to get into LSU than it was to get into DeVry.
That's not surprising.
Oh my God. Supposedly they have like the lowest academic standards in the SEC.
That wouldn't surprise me.
Well, I mean, you're recruiting a bunch of Cajuns.
Well, yeah.
Half the time you can't even understand those guys. I mean,
Can
Look
you
at-
imagine those English papers?
look at Coach O. He is one of them.
Yeah, he is. He is, absolutely.
Love Coach O. That dude is living his best life. Like every time you see that guy, like
Yeah, he's happy as he can
he's
be.
on a beach somewhere and not giving a damn.
Yeah, he's like, man, thank God Joe Burrow came here.
Dude, I don't know why that guy's not on TV.
Coach O?
Yeah.
Because no one can understand me. You have to come with subtitles.
That's all right. I'd watch it still. And I hate
Put him
reading.
on game day.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they put McAfee on there. But McAfee, you can understand.
McAfee. Ooh, tug of war. This is going to be good. But see, like with McAfee, though, he's just super entertaining.
He is.
And
I've been watching them a lot lately.
I love how he's making ESPN adjust to him. He doesn't adjust to ESPN.
No.
Because he can curse on his show.
Yeah, I was listening.
Still.
I was
And
watching
there's
it,
all
and
these
there was like
warnings and everything that come up after each commercial and everything. I love it.
I was watching it, and I heard him
Oh,
drop.
by AFC going down.
I was hearing the old shit a couple of times on there.
Yeah,
And then I was watching something, and I don't know who the guest was on
by
there.
AFC.
I don't know who the guest was, but whoever the guest was dropped an F-bomb because it went completely silent for a minute.
Yeah,
And it blah, 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 and they were kind of jawing, and all of a sudden the sound came back on. It's like, ooh, there were some F-bombs in there.
Yeah.
That's what that was.
whoops. That they can't get to that, but they can drop a shit or an asshole or a bitch. But when
The F comes out. They just, because they're on that delay, they're able to censor it out.
But the thing is, though, like I hear them all slip through all the time. You get bitch and ass or shit all the time.
Yeah.
Lane Johnson was definitely on that tug of war team.
Of course, dude. Of course.
Well,
Man,
let's watch the rest of today's festivities here in Orlando.
I think it's over.
No, they haven't even done the fourth quarter yet.
Have they not?
No.
All this was going on before.
Yeah. This is one of the skill challenges prior to. Who is 77 on the end, pulling in the opposite direction? That's cheating.
No, you can do that.
No way. You can't turn around and pull,
If you couldn't, you wouldn't be able to. He wouldn't be doing it.
Well,
It didn't help him, did it?
No, it didn't, but it just seemed.
Who was this little small motherfucker?
Yeah, that was a bad.
Who was
thing.
6?
I think they had to even out the weight because it was like 1,480 pounds.
Is that Justin Tucker?
No.
Who is that guy? Who's 5? He a punter?
It's definitely a punter for Dallas. Who?
Oh, is that Dallas's punter?
Yeah. Yep, it is.
I don't even want to say what that is, but it is.
All right, man. Well, another episode, Super Bowl week. We will come at you before the Super Bowl with another episode.
Yes, sir.
Make sure we get the predictions. We're going to have bets. We're going to go all the way. We're going to deep dive into the Super Bowl matchups. What's going to... Damn, that was quick.
That was quick, sir.
So we'll check out matchups, the strengths, the weaknesses of both teams, what we think is going to be keys to the game, and what is going to make the difference for the Chiefs or for the Niners. I'm going to have to be on the Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift gang this for the Super Bowl, man, this weekend.
We're going to hang out for it, right? So we're going to play the Taylor Swift drinking game?
Fuck yeah, man. We're both off on Monday.
I'm down.
Let's go.
I'm 100% down.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm down.
Dude, I'm like you. I got a 4-day weekend too, and I'm just like,
Yeah, it's going to be good.
Probably going to have to do kid things like Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday.
Well, yeah, of course.
And then Sunday, I'm like, yeah, you're going home, Mom.
Yeah, of course, yeah. No,
Get on out of here.
Super Bowl's party, dude. We'll do shots. We'll get fucked.
Bring some meat over, throw something on the old smoker.
All fucking day event. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Let's go. It's gonna be a good day.
Well, we got to stay
We can get an
somewhat
episode
tame.
Well, until game time, yeah.
Well, until the episode's over. Then after that, I don't care.
Well, I mean, yeah, I'll miss halftime. I don't care. I'll miss the whole game. I don't care. Just wake up and please tell me the Niners lost. That's
I
all
don't
care about.
I don't even care about the halftime show. I'm not like
I don't care about the halftime
I'm not.
show.
I'm not a super huge Usher.
Who
guy.
is it this year?
Usher.
Usher. Oh, yeah. That's a turd to me. All right, cool. Well, man, until next time, let's make sure y'all follow us on all the socials. That means Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube. Give us a like, a subscribe, a follow, all that cool stuff. You got anything before we head out of here?
Nah, I think we're good.
That's what I'm talking about,
we're
brother.
good.
Well, until next time, it will be Super Bowl Sunday.
Yes, sir. It will.
All right, later.
Post-game show is brought to you by Christ, I can't find it. The hell with it.